I live in Chicago for my whole life. Ravenswood, North Center area, not far from the Selig Film Studio at Irving and Western. Been a projectionist and machinist, precision machinist my whole life. As with my father, I followed in my father's footsteps of helping him with the theater business, equipment, buying it, rebuilding it, servicing it, installing it. Worked at the Portage, the Congress, at the Chicago Theater, the Gateway Theater. Well, these are the shipping film cans that would come with the film. And Monogram, at one period of the film trade, this is a shipping can for the 35mm films made by a company called Goldberg Brothers. Patents and that. But Monogram was a studio. You had Warner Brothers, you had Universal, and you had Radio Corporation of America, RKO. This is an Acme portable projector made in Chicago over on Orchard. Later became Society of Visual Education. And it was a silent machine, and you had two side by side, a take-up reel and a supply reel, and you can see sprockets on both sides. And it was a little portable machine, incandescent lamp. When you went into a movie theater at a greater distance that this lamp could do, they came up with a carbon arc using two carbons. This one's in there right now. You can see it's in there. And then you can see you would move the position of the carbon arcs, and you would have DC rectifier bringing up electricity so they would burn and exhaust. You had to exhaust them. Here is the box.
So what the point of this machine was?
For light. For making light stronger than the light bulb.
And how would this hook up to the projector?
Instead of this, on this machine you wouldn't use it, but instead of that, you would have this mounted here. Okay, this is a simplex standard, and these were made at the early silent film and sound film. But this model has where a hand crank could go in, and you could turn the machine by hand. But again, it's a 35 intermittent, and then later sound came on, and here's an Ultraphone, another company, not IPC, International Projector Corporation, Simplex. But in here, you can see a Western Electric 1 photoelectric cell, and here you have a light bulb that would shine through the lens system. That's just a regular tungsten filament light bulb, finely wound, very precise, so you could focus it and it would get onto the photoelectric cell, and you get your sound. This is a little suitcase projector, and by going on the internet looking at Made in Chicago, they'll have a very good detailed history about Herman DeVry. He started educational films and for training, besides theatrical release. But here again, it's a side-by-side. Here's you have two reels, a supply and a take-up. And then you have the gate, if you can see that clearly enough. And then you see the lamp house. With time, it's gotten, you know, the old Mazda lamp. Oh, the bulbs last, depending on the life that they were treated with, it's 10, 15, 20 hours dry. And these were made here in Chicago also, model 2812, and they were made before 1940, but the government in World War II bought loads and loads of them for training the troops, and the supply reel would go up here. You can see the little, that hits a bell in the back when the film is run out. And then the projectionist would know, well, here, let's finish with this. The upper, here's the gate, and then here's the sound stabilizer, and here's the take-up, and the take-up would go here. And to do a changeover, when you heard the bell, you'd pay attention, and the machine would have this on there. It's a SNA zipper, but it would be running like this, the dowser, the little, to cut the light out, and then you would press the button or foot pedal, and it would close the light to this one and open the light to the other one. Also do the sound. And you can see in here, again, same configuration. This is the sound exciter lamp and the photoelectric cell. This is a Holmes made in Chicago again. They were made before the war, but this model was made for government. That's why the battleship gray. And you'd put this new reel up here on the top. And here you would have the threading. Here's the threading diagram. Here's the exciter lamp and the photoelectric cell. And then you'd have the take up here. And you can see it. And then you open up the dowser. This is moving 24 times in a second. That's giving the motion that consecutive series of films. Now if we had a screen and a film in there, you'd be seeing a motion picture.
If you're ever in the Chicago area, near Pulaski and Fullerton, wait, better yet, even if you're not, it's worth the effort to take a trip to Beyond Grandma's House Vintage. And just like Grandma's house, you can stop in and have yourself a free cup of coffee. So I encourage you to check them out in the future if you're ever interested in taking a walk through the past.